Hello, Reds from around the world. Thank you so much for joining us here for this extra special preview of our game coming up on Wednesday night against Everton. I will say it's extra special because I'm feeling a bit sick at the moment. Sorry, no. Did I say that correctly? I'm feeling a bit sick to my stomach. Am I still saying it? Am I saying it correctly? I'm not really sure if this is coming across. I don't know how further to do this. We beat Leeds yesterday, 6-2, is what I'm basically trying to say in the most weird way possible. I'm still on cloud six from that performance, as well as the lads, I can imagine. So, and we're looking towards where we look back and make sure to look back on the Wall of Reds from last night and the post-match reaction with Temi and Kartik and the guys. But we're looking forward. We're looking forward to a trophy that we are in the final 8 for. I believe, yes, quarterfinal, final 8. And we're looking forward to that. I'm so delighted to be joined here by a frequent contributor and wonderful man to my left, the wonderful Mark Bridges. And below me, for the first time, I believe with me anyway, is the spectacular Chuki, who's come in last second to really save today, the absolute legend at Daily Mank. Thanks so much, guys. How are we feeling today?
Yes, good. Really pleased about the result.
Yeah.
And I heard people taking the piss out of me the other day for starting quickly, and that was Ben and Barry. So I will get back for that, but it proved my point today. We started very quickly, and on the front foot, it put them on the back foot, and we were able to attack it and get a few goals. There's obviously some defensive frailties there, but really happy, and hopefully we can keep that momentum into this next game.
Thankfully, it was Barry and Ben that were making fun of you for starting quickly and not your girlfriend. Chuki, do you? Chuki, how are you feeling about last night's result? Are you still on cloud six, as we are calling it from now on?
No, it's anytime, just the whole enterprise was really good to watch. It was an environment that you would expect us to thrive in because of how open the teams were. I've always said that United is really not a battle. It's not a question about skill. The battle there is a battle of mentality.
Yes.
To see them not slipping when the opportunity arises and winning at home, in that very emphatic manner is really it tells us that the weather vane is pointing in the right direction. If you're doing right track, wrong track, I think we're on the right track.
Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. We are definitely going to win the league, as Chuki just said. No, you said it. It was subtext, Chuki. That's what we call it over here, okay? It's subtext, but that's what you said. But as I said, guys...
In between the lines.
Yeah. Very much in between them. But as I said, guys, we're looking forward, not backwards. We're looking towards our game against Everton on Wednesday evening, which is in the League Cup quarterfinal, as I just said. And please we're going to... Oh, sorry, Ben's going to kill me. Of course, this is his catchphrase. Of course, we are looking forward. This is a 3-point preview because how can you look forward to a game if you're not looking forward to 3 points? That's as butchered as I always do it every time Ben has me doing previews, but that's the best you're going to get out of me ever, apparently. But
Joe, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel that you need to say that it's always a bad thing. So I think you do it brilliantly every time, and then you shoot yourself in the foot. I think you did brilliant.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Maybe I just say that so I get a compliment off you every so often.
Maybe. Well, you're doing well. It worked.
Wow, I'm blushing here. It's very easy to tell. And guys, if you want to compliment me as well, just say it in the comments. Always appreciate it. And the 3 points we're going to be covering today, like I said, are on the Everton game. We're going to be talking about away from home. Is that an advantage? How serious should Ollie take this competition? And finally, rotation. How much do we expect and how much do we want? But we'll start off with maybe the most positive one. Our away form has been exceptional. So, Mark, for you, do you think, we'll go to you first, is the away form an advantage for us, considering we won there only, a month and a half ago?
I wouldn't say it's an advantage. I think obviously it may work into our favour, but I think we've won sort of 8-9 games on the bounce now, and those sort of things are there to be broken, aren't they? So I'd like to think that we can continue that. I think that will probably be very much in Everton's minds. But on the same thing at the moment, Everton are playing very well, and they've really picked up some form recently. So I think depending on what the lineups are, how strong Everton intend to take it, how well we intend to take it, is anyone's guess at the minute. But I do think that it might sort of play into our hands. I hope, at least. I really want us to carry that on. So we'll have to see. I mean, ultimately, what we want United to be doing is to be great at home, which they were yesterday, and great away too, and then we wouldn't be having this discussion. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I think that sometimes small things like that can really help you and also get into the minds of opposition, no matter how small it is. They will be very much aware of our great away form, and I think that could help us, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we have to look forward to. Any advantage that we can get, we have to take it. And for whatever reason, we are exceptional at home. I think Kartik had a fact last night, which to me seems mind-blowing. But Kartik is Mr. Statistician, so he knows all this stuff. Apparently, if you take our away form for 2020, we're like top by a mile, like a country mile in the Premier League. But if you take our away form, if you take our away form, we're top by a mile. If you take our home form, we're like 17th. Just going by home form, and that's kind of makes you hurt in your stomach.
You can't win the league with that, can you? So
no, not particularly.
Needs to change.
Yeah, needs to change and needs to change. Well, not now, but like next time we're at home. And look, like we said, we beat Leeds last night, 6-2, which is a good start for our home form. But Chuki, looking forward to when tonight we are away from home. We are playing Everton, a team we beat 3-1 just a couple of months ago. They were just going into bad form when we played them. But now they're kind of after picking up, as Mark said. They beat Chelsea, they beat Leicester, they also beat Arsenal, who were fighting for survival. So
Spurs
as well. So they're kind of coming back in form. But also we're saying that we don't know which Everton we're playing. But do you think that us being away from home is a benefit for us, or do you think we would be better being at home?
I think Mark had it spot on. I think we've had a good run away from home, and when there's good data, there's always noise that comes in, and noise could be that we lose one that we weren't expecting to. I think the major issue there is, how do we frame this game? Where does this game lie in the priorities of the United, or all is United right now?
Yeah.
United and everything are they're prime examples of some of these things that aren't equal to each other. Everton, I don't realistically think, regardless of their hot form, beginning of the season, would think they're realistic challengers to the title. I don't think that's where. I mean, it would be a bonus if they could be, I guess, but I don't think that's where, realistically, based on their resources they have, I don't think that's where they are, or where they should be anyway. For United, it's an interesting dilemma. For United, is we look like we're on course to do some kind of challenge to the title, but we're a team that actually needs a trophy for a different reason. We need it for to believe that we can get over to the next level, like to get over the hump. It's a mentality test for this team. They need to win something, whether it's the EFL Cup or the FA Cup, or they need to do something, or Europa. So Ollie just has to look at his team that's deeper from last season. There's depth there, and make a choice. I would not, if the choice is clear, I would not, I wouldn't be concerned about what the result is. But if we did her and went tentative, I'm not sure what we want to do. Kind of how we did against Leipzig, you don't go in the Champions League game like that and not throw the kitchen sink. We didn't. It looked like we weren't sure of exactly what we want to do there. If we're clear about this cup, I'll be fine, regardless of what the result is, because we have 2 or 3 other cups to chase. And we don't have a team deep enough to chase 3 cups. I mean, that's the reality.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And also, you touched on a couple of points for the second topic we're going on. Second topic we're going on to. And also, guys, while you're watching and enjoying this, please make sure to help us reach 20 likes by liking this video on YouTube and loving it if you want to as well. But moving on to our topic number 2, as we just mentioned there, how serious is Ollie supposed to take this, the League Cup? For me, he is definitely a manager that needs a trophy more than pretty much any previous manager we've had. He really needs it to earn any credibility. And whatever you feel about the League Cup, it's still a trophy. So for you, Mark, do you think this is a priority for him, for Ollie?
It should be. I think, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face, I think for any manager and for Manchester United, we need to be serious about everything we play in. I appreciate our squad depth isn't quite what we want, but we do have the capability and I believe enough players in order to try and achieve one of those. I think you're absolutely right. That we probably can't go on all fronts and get 3 or 4 trophies. No way. But I think you've got, it's ironic, that typical thing is you got to be in it to win it. You're absolutely right as well with Ollie. I think him more than most, he needs to get a trophy, and as soon as possible. I think it will really give him a foothold into some credibility and being the right man for the job. So yes, absolutely, we've got to go in with this as serious contenders. We're into the last 8. Sometimes you get more upsets before that stage. We got to the semis last year, and I think that it's only right for him to try and better that and get to at least the final and then win it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I was saying, yeah, it is quite a priority for Solskjaer. Like I've said it so many times that I would give anything. Not anything. I'd give something small to stop, like to swap Louis van Gaal's FA Cup that he won and give that trophy to the Solskjaer over his last 2 years here. Because if anyone I want, even if it doesn't turn out to be a massive success for Solskjaer at United, I just want him to get a trophy. So for you, Chuki, how important is the League Cup, just the League Cup alone, for you, as a Man United fan?
Well, me as a fan.
Do you want
that's the trophy I least like. I know Mourinho got one. Yeah. Even when Fergie was banging them in, it was like, okay, know, it was like the Community Shield, then the the Mickey Mouse cup, right? So
okay, but like we really want that Mickey Mouse trophy right now.
Right now. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. So here's why I'm very lukewarm about the trophy right now, is because I look at Solskjaer and the way I judge him is he almost always puts the long-term stability and future of the club before his own career. And it's very interesting that he does that. And you can see it in his decisions. Some people say, oh, that's just an excuse. He's just a failure. 3 semifinals, blah, blah, whatever. Everything he does, whether it's rotating the squad, whether it's picking certain players for certain, a certain match, he's doing it because he's a long-term planner. That's all he's concerned about, like the long-term health of the club. So he might look at these trophies on deck. The EFL, the FA Cup, I think we're still in the FA Cup, Europa, and the Premier League. And he might go ahead and make a long-term choice based on the resources he has. Based on the number of people he's going to bring from the 23s, based on the number of people that he's going to pull from the bench to start either of these matches and make a decision. And he might scratch out the EFL and say, okay, if we can do something here, it would be great. But I'm not going to burn the bridges for this specific cup. I'll go for these other ones. I can see him doing that. Yeah, people will be mad.
Yeah, I think people will be slightly mad.
Yeah.
Just for anyone, and just the guys are going to be doing their starting 11. Our final topic is to discuss how much rotation we expect, and the guys will be putting their 11 into the chat afterwards. So please make sure to like whichever one you think is the best, which is
which won't be Joe,
which is generally not mine, okay? But sometimes, okay? But before I go, I'm just going to let you know the other matches, because I know it's been a while since we thought about the League Cup. The other games are Brentford at Newcastle at home, Stoke City are at home to Spurs, Arsenal are at home to Man City, and we are, of course, away to Everton. So I think we could take any of those teams on current form. I would actually look forward to playing Spurs again, because I just want to upset Mourinho as much as possible. Yeah. But going into our final topic, which is, like I said, rotation. Mark, how much do you expect from the starting 11 against. Actually, I can't really take the Leeds game as an example because there was a lot of change, unexpected change made for that game. So Dan James starting, and with, you can even say McTominay starting, who scored twice, but Pogba bench along with Greenwood. So do you think he'll put out a strong lineup, or do you think it'll be much of the same?
I think, well, if I'm honest, I think actually the lineup against Leeds was not really unexpected for me. I don't think it was a shock to me that he rested McTominay and Fred and started them. So, but I think for Everton, I think that this will be an opportunity for some of the younger lads, and certainly squad rotation. I think we might, or at least I hope more than anything. You really don't know with Ollie sometimes. Swansea, I think probably. Or maybe Bailly, probably. It might even be Swansea and Bailly. I think Harry and Lindelof have played a lot recently. I think we'll probably more than likely see Brandon at some point, if not starting. I think Wan-Bissaka might continue to play, but I do think he needs a rest. And again, the problem is with the right back position is if you don't have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you only have Ethan Laird, and do you know what I mean? So and I don't think he's going to do that too much more off to even Fosu Mensah. I mean, he wouldn't. I suppose he's not that bad, but not great. I think probably you'll see Henderson. To be honest with you, I think Pogba might even play. I think Van der Beek might start. I think Mata probably will have a start of some kind. I think obviously we didn't get to see much of Cavani today. He will probably start. So whilst our squad depth isn't great, and I mentioned earlier, actually I don't, it's not all that bad. We've got a fantastic midfield. I feel, not world class, but we've got Bruno and Pogba as world class. We've got Matic, who we didn't see today, and maybe he might make an appearance. And Scott and Fred, and Van der Beek, they're all great players. So I think we've got a number of options there, and we'll probably see 3 that we didn't see today, perhaps, and that wouldn't be too disconcerting for me. And then as it goes for the strikers, I think you'd probably like to see Mata again. I think James against Leeds actually was a great thing. I think him and Rashford ran the channels incredibly well and worked very hard, and it was a bit of a masterstroke in the end, quite honestly. So I don't think we'll see him again against Everton. I think we'll probably see Mata. I think we'll probably maybe see Greenwood. And then it could be Cavani as well. So that would be what I think. Yeah, I think that would be something like that.
Yeah, pretty tasty, to be fair. And the unfortunate thing about a right back position, it's not like we had a right back, a perfectly good backup who we let go out on loan, and now we're left with dust. It's if only we didn't there's this right back who plays for AC Milan that's completely different, Diogo Dalot, who just couldn't be available for us, as a backup right back. But I do agree with what you're saying there across the board. I feel like we do have a good enough team for a good enough League Cup team that we can put out and basically replace everyone. We just have to hope Everton have the same mindset. But I know they want a trophy, but the owners want Champions League football. So I think that's really the priority for them as well. So I think they'll be changing too. But Yugi, for yourself, how much rotation do you expect to come in?
Again, it just goes back to the derivative. There is Ollie's mindset and where he's put this competition. Once I see Henderson, I start seeing the Williams, the Lairds, Pogba getting a run out, just to prepare him for Leicester. Then where this is. This would be, well, let's tread water and let's try to do the best we can. I mean, if we're in another semi-final, then we'll punch the ticket there. I expect to see someone like Tellez come in, give Shaw a break. Looked like he might have gone out off injured yesterday. McTominay also looks like he had a strain. Hopefully, it's not a groin. Yeah. But he didn't go straight down the tunnel, so hopefully it's just something minor. Anytime you see Fred and McTominay, that's they're synonyms for allowing United to go attack. Every time you see that pivot in there, it's all he wants. Freedom up front is why he likes 2 of them there. When you see Matic, I think Matic might come in to give him some game time so he's not disgruntled as a senior player.
Yes.
A good shout for Mata, obviously. And Van der Beek, Now, Van den Beek is an interesting thing, right? A lot of there's a whole brigade of people watching Van den Beek and counting his starts. Hopefully, they are placated on that next game.
Yeah.
I love Van der Beek. I
like him. He's a lovely player. Just the issue is you belong to a team that is still growing. We are deep, but we will probably want to get as deep as the elite teams. Like Bayern.
Yep.
Because we don't want that drop off in quality. We still have that drop off in quality from the first.
Yeah, we do actually. I was chatting to someone about sorry, Joe, just very quickly. I feel like that's something we need to look at. Bruno, when he comes off the field, our press of the ball just completely stagnates, and that's no discredit to Van der Beek. I think he's very good, but I think he's a number 8, not a number 10. So I think Grealish would have been the perfect squad player.
I have never heard his name pronounced like that.
Grealish. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I did this the week. I do this. Sometimes my pronunciation is awful, and I don't know why I do this, but I said this last week on another show, and someone caught me up on it then. Grealish. My apologies.
You relish Grealish.
I do.
Yeah. I actually think, Mark, take the other instead. I think top priority for us is a defensive player.
Oh, absolutely. No, I know that. I'm just saying that
might fill up front.
No, I do.
Even though I like Grealish and Grealish. Lovely players.
But guys, we'll close this now with and don't forget the guys are going to put their starting 11, their expected 11 in the YouTube chat, so make sure to vote on mine. And so we're going to close out this video. Please, Mark, what result and first goal score?
I think it's going to be quite a cagey game. I think it will be a lot closer. It's not going to be like today. I think I'm never obviously going to go for a United loss, but I think it will be 2-1 United. And I'm really hoping, this is more hope than what will actually happen, Greenwood scores first.
Yes, that's a good shout. Chuki, for yourself?
I'll say what I would like to see, not what I suspect I'll see. So what I like to
that's always the best bet, yeah.
What I like to see is probably maybe something like a 2-1. I know we'll concede. I know we will concede. Yeah. Hopefully we don't, but let's see, because I think there'll be a lot of changes. So that normally translates to conceding something. So let's say 2-1. I would like to see Cavani score first.
He would have been my other option.
Yeah, I was going to say him. No, so you're saying 2-1 as well? Yeah. Bollocks. Okay, I'm going to say 1-1. No. I'm going to go 1-1. Okay. With Maguire, because I just have this feeling Maguire plays every fucking game. I think he's going to play. Maguire scoring the first one, and then we will win on penalties with Tony Martial scoring the winning penalty.
Ooh, what a shout. Okay?
So it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night.
I'll tell you what, mate, that would be like a 90-1 odds, wouldn't it? You would never take that bet. That's going to be so unlikely. But yeah, fair play. Yeah.
But as soon as I make that bet, it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to make the bet, and then
make it, and then Chuki and I can be right. So.
Yeah, Mark is like, that is not going to happen. That is definitely not going to happen. That's an outlier.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to like the channel, and please make sure to like the video. And also make sure to follow the guys to this side of me.
Hit the like button.
That way, hit the like button, and make sure to follow the wonderful people in this chat on Twitter. And make sure to just stay wonderful, stay red. And 3 points is a coming. No, I won't, because we're playing the league. League Cup. Qualification to the next round is a coming. I'm such a smooth transition to end the video, and it just didn't work out.
You keep us on our toes, Joe. So
yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Thanks so much for joining us, guys, and Merry Christmas and peace soon.